Happy Thursday. Welcome back to Thursday Thoughts. Jessica and Casey here with you today. Today we are talking about weight loss, what everybody wants to know, right? How do we lose it? How fast can we lose it? Where do we lose it? Can you spot reduce? All the things. But today we're going to talk about weight loss with a twist. We are talking about autoimmune disease and weight loss and what you can expect, what mind shifts we can switch up a little bit, and why you may not be losing weight like you want to when having an autoimmune disease. So some pretty interesting tidbits here if you haven't heard us talk about weight loss before. But before doing so, we're just going to introduce ourselves like always for anybody who is new here in our community. I am Casey Kephart. I'm the founder of the Feel Good Formula. I'm a functional medicine nutritionist, and I work with women with all different types of autoimmune diseases to get back to the activities you love to do, get more energy, trash those symptoms, and live life again, basically. And I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, where the sun always shines. Jessica?
And I'm Jessica Melnick. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, the founder of the Anti-Arthritis Method, and the host of the Happy Joints Arthritis Solutions Group. And I help people with the various forms of arthritis get back to living their lives the way that they want to, not the way that they have to.
Perfect. So, weight loss. Why are we talking about this first and foremost? Well, one, because everybody loves talking about weight loss and hearing about weight loss, but also we want to make sure we're all on the same page with expectations about weight loss with an autoimmune disease. So there's oftentimes, I would say most of the time, women come into our groups or men, but it's mainly women. And one of the answers to our group questions is you want to lose weight. So we're asking like your goal, and weight loss is on that goal. And as you probably know, with an autoimmune disease, you're not losing the weight like you could have been before your autoimmune disease. It's just the stubborn weight that doesn't go away, or you're gaining weight and you don't know how, and you're not doing anything different. And then there's the other spectrum where you are losing weight without even trying, and now you're looking wasted, or you feel wasted, and you also need help with gaining weight. So we're going to talk all about that, but the first thing we want to say is weight loss should not be the number one priority when you do have an autoimmune disease. And the reason we say that is because it's not your body's number one priority when you have an autoimmune disease. And that is the main reason why you're not losing weight. Your body does not make that a goal right now. Your body is in survival mode, basically, when you have an autoimmune disease. Your immune system is ramped up. It is attacking these so-and-so foreign invaders that it thinks is attacking you. And it's trying to survive. So think of war, right? Like your body is in a war trying to just make sure that you get up in the morning, that you can function, that you can walk from the bed to the bathroom to the kitchen and do your daily functions, but it's having a really hard time doing that. So it has other things on its mind right now. And when we can calm that down into a homeostasis place, which just means put it back in balance and heal, then that weight will start to come off naturally. And what needs to come off will come off. And it will be pretty seamless too. It's pretty incredible, actually. So we're going to get more into that nitty gritty that I just explained in a high overview level. So Jessica, I'm going to send it over to you.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you were saying, Casey, with autoimmune diseases, we can often gain weight or lose weight in an unhealthy way because our bodies are just out of balance. They're really inflamed and they're just needing us to bring that inflammation down and bring things back into balance. So, when we actually are addressing the root causes of our autoimmune conditions, whether it's arthritis or Hashimotos or whatever it may be, when we're addressing the root causes and like one of them being leaky gut, then our bodies can actually get back to where they naturally want to be. So a healthy set point for weight. So whether that means losing weight, whether that means gaining weight, I've dealt with clients on both ends of the spectrum. It just depends on how your autoimmune condition is affecting you. And it just, but when you get things, your body back in balance, and when you reduce that inflammation, your body just naturally will go back to do what it's supposed to do and behave like it's supposed to behave. So, like you were saying, Casey, too, so many of us are so focused on how we look, and that's normal. And I think that's just a cultural thing. We're so focused on, losing weight a lot of the time, being thinner for different reasons and influences, within North America, especially. And we have to really focus on changing our priority from the way we look to focusing on improving our health when we have an autoimmune condition. And with that, I think often comes a lot of, it releases some of that stress that we have on our shoulders. When we're changing our mindset from focusing on losing weight to focusing on improving our health. It's just a different way to look at things. So I feel like it takes a lot of the pressure off when we do that. We're not, worried about like calories or how much we're eating. When we're just focusing on eating the right foods, getting proper sleep, and managing our stress, all of those things are going to not just only address the root causes of our autoimmune condition, but it's also going to reduce that mental stress that we often have when it comes to focusing on losing weight.
And in the end, right, we only do have our health. We're all going to age. We're all going to get wrinkles. We're all going to not look the same as when we were, I don't know, 20, whatever set point you liked yourself looking like. And so what I'm trying to say is our health is should be our number one priority, because without health, what do you have? You can be your perfect ideal weight. But is that really going to make you happy if you're laying on the couch and not wanting to be social to show your body off? So if you think of that in those terms, you want that health to come first, and then you want the weight loss to come second, so you can enjoy the weight loss. You can enjoy this new body that you have. So let's get the main priority in what's the word I'm looking for? Let's get the main priority set, which should be your health, because that's your body's main priority. Then let's enjoy the the results from that.
Yes.
And a lot of times, especially you, Jessica, because you work mainly with just arthritis or autoimmune forms of it, a lot of people are saying, like, I need to reduce the weight so my joints will feel better. I have a lot of extra weight on my knees or on my fingers or whatever it is. And yeah, we're not telling you that reducing the weight will not get rid of the pain, and that shouldn't be a priority for you. But think about it again in these terms, that when you focus on healing the autoimmune form of arthritis through leaky gut and hormones and toxicity and lifestyle and stress and mindset, all of the things, that weight will come off to reduce the pressure on those joints that you have. So again, it's the health has to come before the weight loss to get the results that you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I get asked that a lot. I know I have clients who are concerned about that because, like you said, having pressure on your joints because of excess weight, on knees or ankles can add more pain. And obviously it's kind of the double-edged sword too. It's really hard to get movement and exercise when you have joints like your knees or your ankles that aren't functioning properly. So that's why we bring it back to eating the proper foods and eliminating the ones that are causing more inflammation. And in time, that inflammation, that pain is going to reduce. So you will be able to move more and the weight is going to come off.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say too, so many traditional ways of losing weight, like the diet industry is huge. And so many of these traditional ways of losing weight are just not right for people with autoimmune conditions. There's so many different ways to lose weight and they all are effective. But we want you to do it in a way that's actually going to be supporting your health. And that's also going to be reducing the symptoms of your autoimmune disease at the same time. So eating inflammatory foods, like there's a lot of like weird diet foods out there that I don't even consider real food. They're full of artificial chemicals and flavorings and preservatives, artificial sweeteners, all sorts of stuff like that. Like as a substitute for, other things that, you're not supposed to be eating, they're still not good. Diet food is very inflammatory. I'm saying like diet food in quotations, that you guys know what I'm talking about when I mention that kind of stuff. So we need to focus on eating the right foods for our body, eliminating the foods that are causing the inflammation and that are causing our symptoms to exacerbate, that are making our immune system freak out. So that includes healthy foods that we need to eliminate that are causing issues as well. And then our body is able to calm down and behave like it's supposed to. So that's super key.
Yeah, definitely. And with the diet world right now that we live in also comes exercise, right? Move more than what you eat, calories in, calories out. And I'm sure you've heard us talk about our protocol before. We don't count calories. We don't say calories in, calories out. One, because we're not a weight loss program, but two, there's so much more to it than that. There's inflammation, like we're talking about now. There's stress. When you're stressed, your body holds on to fat. Like, literally just think of two hands just grabbing onto your fat. That's what stress does, because it's in survival mode. But also there's over exercising and under exercising. So a lot of times in the diet world, again, we hear people say you have to move more, you have to move more. And that can be really stressful on a person with autoimmune disease. Me coming from a CrossFit background and a marathon running background, that's stressful. But yet I was in the mentality of calories in, calories out, and movement is good for you. Movement's good for your mental health. It's good for your dopamine. It's good for just a healthy lifestyle. But I'm sure you can relate this back to your life. How do you feel when you overexercise or when you do too much that your body is not ready for or can handle? I feel tired. I feel like I want to eat a cupcake. I feel inflamed. I have brain fog. I want to go to bed. I'm moody.
Oh God, I want to do the whole day after I've done a really heavy workout. I'm just exhausted. And that's really common when you have an autoimmune condition. You have to find the sweet spot.
Exactly.
Which is just too much, unfortunately.
And the sweet spot for some of us, and I know me and my sweet spot right now, because it changes with the phases of life we go in and the phases of autoimmune disease. But my sweet spot now is pillow yoga. And I say this every time when I say pillow yoga, but like literally I'm laying on a pillow stretching. Like that is my sweet spot to where I don't feel fatigued afterwards. I feel relaxed. I feel more refreshed. And I feel like I moved my body in the way that it wanted me to move. But your set point for exercise might be running a mile. It might be a HIIT workout. It might be just a lifting day. It might be a walk. Like, find your set point, though. And I think we've talked about this before, and we can definitely do another live on exercise. But bringing this back to weight loss, if we don't find a healthy balance with what our body likes, we're doing it more harm, which is holding on to the fat. So kind kind of throw out all of those weight losses, the podcast, the whatever you're filling yourself with, because they're not targeted for women for anybody with autoimmune disease. They're targeted for the people who are overweight and don't have some underlying disease in them, to be frank.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you look at it, for example, people with Hashimotos, which is
Mhm.
an autoimmune form of low functioning thyroid. So there's a way you can have low functioning thyroid without having an autoimmune condition.
Yeah.
But in the case of like Hashimoto's, you can hardly eat anything and you could still gain weight
Yep.
because that's your body is out of balance. So you need to actually address the root cause of the Hashimoto's before you can start eating regularly again and not have weight gain.
Yep.
So that's just an example of when our body is out of balance, our hormones are altered, and we need to address the root causes of the autoimmune condition. And that has nothing to do with caloric restriction, eating diet foods, or over exercising. That's just all going to make it worse.
Exactly. Our body also has a set point that it likes us to be at a weight. So and that is, how do I explain this? So our set point is where our body feels at balance. It feels nourished. It feels strong. It feels energy. It's where our hormones are at balance. And your set point might not be where you like it to be. And I want to say, I'm saying that because we have an economy where, I don't know if economy is the right word for it, but we have a media presence where you're supposed to be a size 0 to a size 2 if you're a woman. You're supposed to not have any love handles, or your booty's not supposed to shake, or your arms, or whatever it is that you look at on another woman's body you may not like about yourself, but that's where your body is comfortable at. That's where it feels its strongest. And to lose that extra weight where your body feels comfortable at is going to take a lot more work. It won't come easy. It's not natural, like we were talking about before. And it's harder to keep. So if you're in that position now, or maybe when you go through our programs, you're losing the weight because your body is more healthy, it's less inflamed, your gut is healing, and you're like, gosh, I can't just lose this 5 pounds that I just want to lose. I've lost 15 already. This is great. This extra 5 pounds is just so stubborn. There's ways you can lose that 5 pounds, yes. But I almost want to guarantee you that that's where your body's healthy at. I know that's not where you're healthy at, though. So, again, in saying that your body has priorities for you, and it has set points, and it's looking out for your best health, even though we have different expectations for it. And they may be misguided and misjudged because of all of the influx of media presence that we have. Like, I would still love to be a size 0 to a size 2. And I look at these other women on the volleyball court and be like, why can't I be like that? And then I have to remind myself, like, my body is not healthy at that weight. I've been at that weight, but it was unhealthy. So, sit on that for a little bit and see if that kind of resonates with you and helps you understand, or at least be okay with why you're not losing that extra 5 pounds.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that in terms of weight loss and how we want ourselves to look or how we expect ourselves to look, a lot of times if this is something that is really eating away at you, this is a really great thing to talk to a therapist about. Because I think a lot of times as women, and it can be a really unhealthy preoccupation of our thoughts when we are really, really focused on our appearance and how we look and how much we're eating. And if we're really struggling with that and it is consuming a good chunk of our life and it's making us miserable, it's really worthwhile talking to a therapist or a coach about, so that you can work on some of those issues, because it's a mindset thing, and if you don't fix kind of where these thoughts are coming from, you're never going to be happy no matter what your body looks like. A lot of being like accepting ourselves the way we are, and accepting the changes that come as we get older and as we age and as our body
Mhm.
is very, very freeing. But no matter how thin we can get, if we don't fix the reasons behind why we're so unsatisfied by the way that we look, we're never going to be happy no matter what. So
Yeah. And we're saying all this from experience too. So we're still learning it and talking ourselves out of it. And so we're not just telling you what to do, like we're actually going through this ourselves as well and have struggled with it.
Absolutely. So yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like I think just the main things I think we're trying to get across is that when you're focused on addressing your arthritis or other autoimmune conditions from where they begin, and healing where that begins, healing the gut, and bringing your body back into balance, you are going to naturally drop any excess weight that needs.
Mhm.
It's you have to love your body first, and you have to look after your body first before that happens.
Exactly. That old quote, which I don't know if I resonate with it anymore, but your body is a temple, right? You want to treat your body better and be more healthy so then it can treat you right and treat you in the ways that you want it to. I was going to say something after that, but I don't remember. But if this video is stirring up some feelings in you, if it is making you think, if you feel like you have a friend that would like to hear this, please share and like this. Please comment on it. We love talking about this topic in the terms of how to shift your mindset towards weight loss, not how to lose weight. And I think that's all I had to say about that.
Yeah, no, I think we covered the points, and just I think just trying to get the major one down pat a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we all need to hear this stuff more than once, so
exactly.
Yeah. Ask us
All right.
questions, comment on this live if you have anything that you wanted to say, if you can relate, or if you'd like to reach out.
Definitely. All right, everybody, if you're in the US, have a good long weekend. And we will be back next Tuesday and Thursday, right?
We will. Take care, everyone.
Bye.